New satellite images accessed by NDTV indicate that China has constructed a massive new base on the north bank of the Pangong Lake in Ladakh. To be sure, this lies on the Chinese side of the line of actual control, though we must be clear that India claims all of Aksai Chin. Well, the images that you're going to see in this report have been described by military sources to us as being a unique construction in eastern Ladakh. While the site is east of the line of actual control between India and China, in other words, in territory that China occupies, though we believe that that occupation is also illegal, it is in fact 36 odd kilometers away from the line of actual control which separates Indian and Chinese forces. But it is significant nonetheless, and I'll tell you why. Let's take a look at what exactly we are talking about. Now, this is the Pangong Lake that you see, a high altitude lake in eastern Ladakh. The yellow line that you see in the middle is the line of actual control, which divides Chinese occupied areas and areas which India claims or continues to occupy. This is where the new Chinese base is. It is a very significant base for reasons which I will now explain. Let's take a look at an image of this base. Now, this image that you see over here, it's just a few days old. It's from the 9th of October 2024. It is a site, a major Chinese base which has been constructed in this slope leading down to the Pangong Lake. It's at a relatively middling stage of construction as we understand it. Let's move to the next image, which will actually give you a close-up of what it is that we are talking about. And here you can actually see in great clarity these Maxar images, the buildings which have been constructed. Now, we have constructed approximately 70 odd structures which have been built. Some are single story, some are double story. And what is important and interesting to note is that there is no real symmetry which has been through which these buildings have been assembled or put together. They are, in a sense, all over the place. And it does appear, according to some military experts whom we've been speaking to, that they've been kept in that way to disperse the potential impact of a missile or bomb strike should it take place. It doesn't look like a typical Chinese dual-use village, which have got, sports facilities like fields. They've got recreational areas. They've got a lot else. This does appear to be, by and large, military. There could be porters who reside over here and are involved in some of the Chinese construction in this particular region. There could be a logistics hub which is set up over here, either 6 to 8 soldiers in each building or up to 10 tons of logistics in each building could also be stored and moved to the front line. Finally, let's give you an idea of what this site looked like in the past and what it is now. So a split screen image over here. This is April 24, 2022, so a couple of years back. This is the very same area, and we'll give you a point of reference. If you see this feature over here, right, that is this feature over here. It's identical. And what you can see over here is no construction a couple of years back. That's been fully constructed now. And I actually do have one more image which we don't have in this report in order to be, for the sake of brevity, which indicates that all of these tracks that you see over here by vehicles, all of this preceded the actual construction in the month of March this year. So in the month of March, there was no construction over here, and now in the month of October, that's almost completely built up. So it is a matter of huge concern because it's rather unique. It's not been seen before. It's meant to put pressure on the frontier, which is 30 kilometers away, a distance away, but it does give China all sorts of options.